Hi, I'm Maya Lisa Miliaris, and I am the Executive Director of Doing Good Together. I started my job in October of 2021, and I'm really excited to take on this leadership role.
I'm Sarah Odland. I am the Director of Doing Good Together's Big Hearted Families program and have been with DGT for almost 12 years now. I've been with Doing Good Together since my children were 4 and 2, and now I have a 16, a 14, and a 10-year-old. So we've been through this parenting the DGT way for a long time.
Hi, my name is Diana Allard, and I am the Marketing and Communications Director for Doing Good Together. I have been with the organization since March of 2014, so that's 8 years. The time has definitely flown by.
My name is Lori Levy, and I am the Director of Administration and Family Volunteer Connections. I started with Doing It Together as a volunteer in 2007, and then I came on staff in 2010.
My name is Sarah Kelly, and I am the Miami Kindness Project Coordinator for Doing Good Together. I have been with Doing Good Together since January 2021.
Hi everyone, my name is Carly Deitch, the volunteer coordinating position out here in California.
Hello everyone, my name is Brianne and I am the coordinator for the San Diego area.
My name is Leah Lundquist and I'm DGT's Director of Development and Events. I've been with DGT since January of 2018, so just over 4 years. I was brought on focusing solely on family service fairs, but since then my role has shifted into both development and events.
When I think about the work that we do at Doing Good Together, I like to think about it in 3 different buckets or categories. The first category being the Big Hearted Families program, and Sarah leads that up. She provides opportunities to parent with purpose by writing blogs that connects families to all of the amazing resources that are part of that program. So the books, the conversation starters, and the projects. She does an amazing job. On top of that, she uses those materials to leverage her work with partners and to meet partner needs, as well as to help create our family membership and our classroom membership. Our second bucket, the family service fairs, is headed up by Leah. And Leah really works to help families create quality family time where there's thoughtful reflection, service projects, and community building. And they're done in so many different ways, as Leah will describe. Finally, the third kind of bucket of services, if you will, is Lori. Lori does the volunteer listings, along with Diana and Natalie, our volunteers, and Sarah, Brianne, and Carly, our staff people. And together they work to curate listings for families in 10 different metro areas. Diana's work really crosses over all of the programs, doing our marketing and communication. Our staff also works in a variety of other capacities, including administrative roles and development roles, websites, social media roles. But those are the bulk of their job descriptions, and you'll hear a little bit more from each of them.
It all began with the blog, DGT's blog. Jenny saw a piece that I wrote about volunteering with my kids, inspired by Doing Good Together's work. And she asked if I would do that same thing, but for DGT. So since my kids were very small, I've spent time writing and thinking about how my family engages in service and how I can inspire other families to engage in service. The Big Hearted Families program came along and she asked if I wanted to be involved in this project to create projects for families to do at home. And I thought this was a fabulous idea and I kind of ran with it. And always expanding projects and always with those same 4 components you all know and love about Doing Good Together. The activity plus a book plus reflection questions plus ideas to bring this one-time project into a bigger service effort, so ways to take it further. I'm book obsessed. The book lists that you see on Doing Good Together are kind of my obsession. I love exploring the newest picture books and middle grade books, even as my kids grow out of those younger stories, because I think those picture books distill really complicated issues in a way that even adults can find helpful when they're starting conversations with young ones, even middle grade students. So that's why we have the extensive picture book list that we do. They're kind of a passion project of mine. At one point, I started a book club for Doing Good Together, which never got a lot of eyes on it. But we have parlayed those projects into a curriculum that we've built out, that I've built out, that is now the DGT classroom. So the curriculum, the lessons in service and kindness have been really popular with everyone that's used them. And we're looking for ways to grow that work because we think that getting to students and kids through their schools and youth groups is just as efficient as getting to families sort of the organic way. So letting kids bring home kindness homework to their families and lead efforts that they've learned at school or in their youth group, lead those efforts at home is a way to really spark giving in the family. We've been using all of these many tools that Doing Good Together has and repackaging and repurposing them in ways that meet partner needs. For example, the Global Peace Women organization that we've worked with the last couple of years, we're working on another handbook for them, which will be our third. And I'm helping kind of create curriculum in our same sort of DGT branded way, where we do an activity that encourages discussion, add a service component, and then send kids home with kindness homework. We're doing that for people all over the world at this point through our work with the Global Peace Women. So that's an exciting project and hopefully one of many different partnership projects we can be working on in the next few years.
I've coordinated family service fairs for schools, businesses, and faith groups in the Twin Cities and for public schools in Miami. Our board has always been a wonderful support in recruiting partner organizations for family service fairs. There are at least a handful of schools and organizations we're aware of in the Twin Cities who have taken over the coordination for their events and continue to host them annually. Other organizations appreciate outsourcing the full coordination for the event and reach out annually to ask us to coordinate it for them. I think we have a lot of value add around family service fairs in terms of figuring out the perfect mix of projects based on their budget and what topics they want to touch on as part of the event. We also have a lot of relationships with different nonprofits in the 10 cities in which we have family volunteer listings, so are able to really quickly take our projects and connect with organizations that can make use of the finished products from these family service fairs. More recently, we've worked with a couple schools in the Twin Cities in a consulting role in which we advise on a plan for the event, reach out to the local nonprofits to coordinate the projects, but then the schools get the supplies donated from family members in their school network. And they do all their own on-site coordination, so we're not actually present for the actual fair. We also offer a family service fair manual and template for anyone across the country who would like to host their own DGT family service fair. I'm currently working to improve this product and our ability to scale our consulting services by creating a video tutorial series to supplement the family service fair manual. Other partnership opportunities have popped up that I've managed. I continue to manage our digital kindness kit that's available through our store. During COVID, we found success selling these digital kindness kits through partner organizations like Jewish Family and Children's Services in Minneapolis and other schools that weren't hosting their regular in-person events. I also created content and facilitated a virtual children's philanthropy event this last year. And I think that content that we created, that generosity toolkit and the virtual event holds potential for being sold to other community foundations across the country. And then in terms of development work, I've been grateful to get to work alongside Maya on more development work since October. My development work to date has consisted of coordinating sponsorships for the Twin Cities and New York City volunteer listings, drafting various fundraising appeals, and helping shape our fall and spring fundraising events, the Festival of Giving and the Spring Auction.
So I have one really big responsibility with DGT, and that is the Family Volunteer Connections piece. I am in charge of our family-friendly volunteer opportunities listings program. And what that is that we have volunteer listings that go out monthly in 10 different cities across the country. We, and by we I mean me and 3 other staff people and 2 volunteers, research in those communities volunteer opportunities that are appropriate and fun for families primarily with kids between the ages of 5 and 12. And we take that information and condense it into a nice useful template, send our subscribers the listings once a month, and if you see something in there that you want to do as a family, then you contact the organization directly and say, you know, hey, I want to volunteer for this, or you click on the link to the Sign Up Genius and sign up for it. The way that I always like to phrase it is that we do the work so you don't have to. We find things that are interesting and we write them up, and then we contact the agency or the organization to say, hey, this is who we are, and we would like to put this opportunity in our listing for the Twin Cities or Baltimore or whatever the city might be. So that is the piece that takes up the most amount of my time. The other thing that I do is what I'd like to refer to as all of the boring administrative stuff, which of course I don't find boring, which is why I do it. So everything from, we get lots of interesting and some not so interesting emails from people who, you know, click on our mail at doinggoodtogether.org with a question. I'm the person that answers those or passes them on to someone or scratches my head and wonders why, what the question is, to things like maintaining our donor database and, you know, running our QuickBooks and those kinds of things.
It's marketing and communication, so all that encompasses that, including any kind of promotions, any kind of strategies for getting awareness built, working on the website. We do Squarespace as our platform, and it's really good. That's one of the first things I did when I started was try to redo it so that we have the means to make corrections, make updates, and do everything we want on the website as we need to. So I'm primarily doing that along with coworkers. And proofreading and editing is a huge, actually, love of mine. I enjoy looking for the typos and finding them and making sure that everything we send out looks as professional as possible. In addition to that, any kind of help with emails or e-blasts, anything that comes out regarding development, and of course PR, which is always a challenge, but you know, we try to make our efforts to get some publicity out there, and sometimes we get lucky.
I'm so proud to be part of this team at Doing Good Together. We have such amazing women that are working with this organization. We are a small but mighty team, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to work alongside them.